Well, hello there. Remember how I said in a previous video that when declaring a variable, you are required to indicate to the compiler its type and its name? I lied. Don't trust me? Take a look at this. What type is this variable? A var, as in variable. So a variable of type variable. Actually, no. Since C# 3.0, we have the var keyword, which allows us to declare a variable without explicitly declaring its data type. So in my example, the compiler will infer the data type of the variable from the value itself, or from the expression on the right side of the assignment operator, like so. This is still seen as an int because it's the result of a mathematical expression that involves an int. So if I hover with the mouse, it's still seen as an int. But since var works on inference, it will give you an error if you try to fool it. So of course this will not work. Because how would it know what var is? String, bool, int? Even if you try to assign it later on, that will still not make any difference because the compiler still must know from the very beginning. Unlike explicit type variables, you are not allowed to declare multiple implicit type variables in the same statement. And they can't be used as method parameters or be declared as fields, but we haven't learned about that yet. We'll get there. You should also know that although var can store any kind of variable, this is not the purpose it was originally built for. Initially, the usage of the var keyword was intended for when the type is not known, such as when dealing with anonymous objects. But we'll learn about that in the future. But as you will discover, there are entire words out there on whether var should or shouldn't be used everywhere. Next, we have a kind of variable that you will try to avoid at all costs. Object. Just like var, it can store anything. That's because object is the parent of all data types in C#. We haven't learned about inheritance yet, but that will make sense when we get there. Suffice to say that because any data type in C# is built from object, object can store any data type. But unlike var, there is a catch. If I hover with the mouse over var, I can still see the original data type. I can still see it's an int masquerading. But if I hover over object, even though I assign the value 5 to it, an integer, it's still an object. And that happens because of a process called boxing, of which we will learn at some point. But the idea is, if you assign a value to object, that value is transformed. You lose information about the original data type and you must do some work in order to retrieve it again. Therefore, as tempting as object might seem to store everything in it, it's actually quite damaging for performance and other reasons. So, as much as possible, try to avoid it. But what about you? What do you think about using var instead of concrete data types? Let me know your opinion in the comment section, but please keep it civilized. Regardless, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button too. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next tech frame.